any woman in the engineering field. Not just me, it's probably compounded by the fact that I am an immigrant and I am young but every woman that I've seen in engineering always has to be so much better. I was born in Caracas, Venezuela. Coming to Virginia, an all-American town, that was culture shock. I love fast cars. There's something that makes you feel just really badass when you're driving a fast car. I know how they work and I appreciate their design. If I were to be a car, I would be a red Corvette. I think in a lot of ways I'm kind of an unusual engineer. I've always loved NASA. But I think like most people, growing up, I never really had an exposure to it. And so it just kind of seemed like, man, those people, they must be so smart and brilliant, and I'm not like that, I'm just normal.
It's 4 a.m. I'm on my way to NASA's Langley Research Center to meet Denisse. She's been here since 1 in the morning. I hope I can keep up with her.
Well, welcome to NASA Langley Research Center. We are going to go to our mission control room right now. One of the reasons why I fell in love with NASA was we really are civil service. We don't get the most publicity, we don't get recognized, but there's not a single thing that you have touched, even this day, that we did not influence. Every time that you fly, you're experiencing radiation. RADX is a NASA balloon project that we're doing. We're going to collect data that's going to help finesse how much radiation exposure and help the predictive models. The better that we can predict radiation exposure, the better that we can protect every human being on the planet. RADX is one of the only flight projects where the chief engineer is a female. Our thermal engineer is a female. I'm the integration and test lead, and I'm a female, which is fantastic. It's hard to see yourself progress in a field if there are no examples that are kind of paving the path for you.
And everything except GPS and CAD.
Women who are already engineers play a really big role because there are girls who are smart, who are curious, but don't have the opportunity and are intimidated and belittled. So you give them the opportunity, you give them exposure, and all of a sudden, we're just trying to build a generation that can fulfill their dreams. And that's what it takes to get there. I think it's possible for any person in the world to have it all. And it's worth striving for. I was at NASA Goddard, which is in Maryland, and he was in training in Connecticut. And we kind of just looked at each other and said, why don't we get married tonight? Let's go to Vegas. I haven't spoken to him or seen him in about a month or two. Typically, I get about 24 hours notice when they leave, 24 hours notice when they get back. That's the life of the military, especially in submarines. By default, you have to be spontaneous.
Do you think in some ways that the fact that he's away for these long periods of time allows you to sort of focus on yourself and even has allowed your career to get to the heights it's gotten?
Yeah, so it's exactly the opposite. The absence of him hurts more than anything because he's always been my biggest cheerleader. Every time that I had a moment of self-doubt, he would look at me dead in the eyes and say, Denisse, you can do this, do it. I've worked so hard and sacrificed so much, and I'm so passionate about what I'm doing at NASA. I know that he's worth waiting for, and I fill my time with things that I love. So I graduated at 17, and I just wanted to dance, and I didn't want to go to college. Over time, I decided I wanted to go to school. I started looking up all different types of careers, and the one that resonated with me the most was mechanical engineering. My friends were like, Denisse, but you don't even know how a car works. How are you gonna be an engineer? Yeah, I didn't know how a car works. I learned. I would like my legacy to be someone that changed perception that moved forward women in engineering and a trailblazer, a girl on fire with a fast red car.